deep fly ball, a drive to center field. That'll get over the head of Robinson and all the way to the fence.
Lorbeck drives the lane, puts it up, right-hand lane, gets it to fall. He'll go to line for one more.
Very nice take by Zach Lorbeck.
Trying to go around Engel. He stones him far side.
Point blank on Engel again, and he stops him.
Shotgun snap, Engel looking left, now looking right. Throw far side, throws a fade up for grabs. Hunter Beechler, far side pylon. He comes down with it. Touchdown, Bayport Pirates.
She'll line it ball into left field, and that'll go all the way to the fence. Coming in to score, Hilbert.
Feed it in. Matty Ray, a right-hand lay in and down.
Great steal by Ray. Jerks with a nice lob over the top.
Four skates to the near side circle, looking for some time. One-timer to Martin Suna. Knock off the water bottle. It's a one-timer and a goal, and the Pirates, they extend their lead.
He takes a swing at it. He'll send that one deep to right. And looks like that one's going to be a walk-off grand slam for Joe Byer.
And your state champions.
Your state champion.
Your Bayport Pirates.
Swinging a fly ball to center field.
It's over!
And that's it!
The Pirates win it!
Good evening and welcome back out to the UW Fieldhouse on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Madison as we get set for the state semifinal at Team State for boys wrestling. Great to have you along, Chris Learman, Ryan Wellnitz, Brian LeClaire as we get set for the number 3 Bayport Pirates and the number 2 Arrowhead Warhawks. Great to have you with us on a Friday night. Bayport just coming off of a win after they defeated the Beavers of Reedsburg. Arrowhead just got a win against Waukesha West Wolverines. So it'll be Bayport and Arrowhead for a match tomorrow in the state final.
And Arrowhead with a win, 43-28 over Waukesha West. They lost to Waukesha West earlier this year, in fact, in a dual meet. And the only loss for Arrowhead this year in a duel was to Waukesha West. So they avenged that loss and come back and get a big win tonight here against Waukesha West to make it to the semifinals. The Bayport Pirates get a win in that first round. They take out the Reedsburg Beavers, and 46-30 was your team score there. So we head to the semifinals, and this match determines the final. So obviously it'll be either Holman or Kakana on the other side. We'll be wrestling Arrowhead to try to get to the finals. And we'll give you updates on the other mat as we're working through the evening as well. This is a very well-coached and very tough Arrowhead team. We're going to have a great duel here tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, it's going to come down to matchups. I know we say this quite often, but here you are now, the number 4 ranked team of Bayport going against the number 5 ranked team. 2 equally ranked teams. So those little things are going to be the difference tonight. The not getting pinned. Turning that 7-1 lead if you're Bayport maybe into 10-1 lead and getting those extra bonus points, because everyone's models has this within 10 points.
We'll start this match at 1:38 tonight, and we're going to get this thing kicking off in a couple of minutes. In the meantime, let's give you a little bit of more information, and we'll just tell you a little bit about Arrowhead. They're coached by Randy Farrell, who actually is an assistant coach of mine when I was coaching at Wauwatosa. Randy has been coaching a long time in the state of Wisconsin. He came here from Ohio. Coached after Wauwatosa, he went to New Berlin West, then to Nathan Hale, West Ellis Nathan Hale, who had a team here tonight, and then off to Arrowhead. So great to have Randy on the other side tonight. It's obviously, I bleed Bayport Private Blue, but it's cool to see Randy on the other side here tonight as well. He's got a great team. Had 4 state qualifiers, 2 finishers, and we'll tell you more about those guys as we work through the evening. So we'll be starting at 138 tonight, and looking forward to a great duel with the Arrowhead Warhawks.
Tonight's broadcast of Bayport Pirate Wrestling from the state tournament proudly supported by Red's Excavating. Located in Howard, providing excavating services throughout northeast Wisconsin. For all your land clearing, basement digging, and lot grinding needs, contact Red's Excavating. On behalf of the wrestling community, we'd like to thank Red's Excavating for their support and generosity. Also, Zesty's Frozen Custard and Grill, Belden Health, Titletown Sports Medicine Orthopedics, by Town Light Pub and Grill, Budget Blinds of Howard and Crivets, and Doozy Sports Club, by Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Specialists, Chrysler World, by Myron Construction, Northeast Wisconsin Technical College, by Baco's Floor Covering Center, Gallagher's Pizza, AD Images, by Kim's Ace Hardware, the Clubhouse Indoor Golf, Parker John's Barbecue and Pizza, North Star Dental Group, by Bayport Booster Club, and by members of the NEW Sports Radio Broadcasters Club.
Arrowhead got here tonight with a team sectional semifinal win over Brown Deer 49-24. They beat Germantown in the sectional final 39-35, and then, of course, beat Waukesha West in the quarterfinal of this match, and 43-28 was your score there. So we head into the 138-pound weight class. The Bayport Pirates will be wrestling the Arrowhead Warhawks as we get ready for the state semifinals here at the Fieldhouse in Madison. Great to have you with us. Let's go Pirates.
Let's go Pirates, starting at 138. Let's see who's got to present first, and it looks like it's going to be Arrowhead, which, Ryan, I've heard in the pregame this is important for Bayport. We finally won a flip.
Coldest Shadow will come out here for Arrowhead. I'll just double check and make sure that is the wrestler, but Coldest Shadow, the younger brother of a two-time state champion for Arrowhead, and interesting enough is Cole's brother pinned Jacob Ward in the state finals a couple of years ago, and so his brother Wyatt now wrestling from Minnesota. And so we will start this at 138 tonight with Carson Storter for the Bayport Pirates, the senior. He'll kick this off for the Pirates.
Speaking of Cole,
and we're wrestling.
Ran into one Cole Wellnitz in between matches today. Great to see former Bayport alumni attending Madison, coming in and supporting the Pirates.
I know that kid. He walked here from, for some reason he took a 4:15 class on Fridays, so he walked here afterwards and got to talk to Cole a little bit before the match started tonight. So.
And there's Duchateau in on a quick blast double leg at the edge of the mat. Takes a 3-0 lead here with 1:30 left in the first.
And so he'll work from the top position. 1:25 to go. He's got Carson Storter broken down. DeShadow's sophomore. Third at sectionals this year. He's 31-12 on the season.
In control, riding on the top. Looks comfortable. Looking maybe reaching over for a little cradle. Decides just to break him down instead.
So the move that pinned Jacob Ward from his brother Wyatt was a cradle.
Ooh, I remember that match now that you say it, Ryan.
And Carson Storter has been warned for stalling already with 53 seconds to go.
And again, these officials are the best of the best, but you can tell there's a little bit different style in some officials in there. It was a pretty quick stalling call. I'm sure he's going to keep that up the rest of the night, so be prepared.
DeShadow with a cross wrist tip turn. He's got Carson on his back. He's getting 4 near fall. Referee's going to hold that 4 near fall until he releases it. Still got the arm bar in, so there's the 4 near fall awarded. 7-0 DeShadow. He had that wrist tied up tight. Carson needs to get a base, work up and get some hand control. And now you're going to see DeShadow work a cross face. He's going to look for the cradle. He's going to step through on a Turk.
With an arm on a Turk. Great job. You can see Carson in a tough spot here. Just needs to fight for that 10 seconds.
And we'll finish up this first period, and we do. So first period over. Another 4 near fall awarded to DeShadow from Arrowhead. He's up 11-0.
11-0 in command. If you're Bayport, you're Carson Storter, the senior. One thing you can't have happen here, you can't give up that fall. Every point matters.
And so Arrowhead's choice was to defer. Storter takes neutral, and DeShadow in on a quick takedown to make it 14-0.
When you say quick, that was right off of the whistle. He went forward, Carson went back, and after one step, he just blasted in on a double. Good job by
Yeah, 2 blast doubles is what we've seen tonight from him, and he gets in there quickly and fast.
You can see, 31-11 on the year. Only a sophomore. I expect big things from him here in the next 2 years. And again, turning Carson over, but Carson does have a left. Oh, and now he's settled in. Going to be tough for Carson. Down 14-0. Got to just try to fight out of this. Save your team a point. And there it is. There's
Referee will stop it because it got potentially dangerous, and that's a tech fall for DeShadow. He picks up a really quick tech fall. And Arrowhead will start this duel out 5-0, and they'll get 5 team points. And it is 5-0 Arrowhead very quickly. And we'll head to 144 pounds. Bayport will report Miguel Magana. And Colin McDowell is who they wrestled in their last duel at 144. He's a third place finisher at state at 150. That is not who they're putting out here.
Looks like it's going to be Chase Fish, the junior, who is 24-7 on the year.
He wrestled 150 and got a pin last match.
Fish on a quick shot, high crotch shot. He breaks down to the mat as Miguel kind of tries to pop up from it. He's going to push the head down, try to spin out. Up to their feet they come, still in the single leg for Fish. Miguel's going to put a nice whizzer on and tries to square up.
Miguel's got to be careful here. He could roll to his back and look for a fall.
And a cow catcher is what Chase Fish is able to catch here. And it's going to be a quick pin, and that's what it is. 28-second pin for Chase Fish. Yikes. That's a rough way to start. Now, we know that that's not the meat of our lineup. And at the same time, we go down 11-0 very quickly. And we're going to go to 150 where we're going to get Colin McDowell. Wisconsin recruit, third place finisher for Arrowhead this year.
We'll see who Bayport sends out. And it's going to be Jake Robertson.
And so Bayport is going to be bumping guys up here because they know the matchup with Colin McDowell is not ideal. And so that's exactly what it's going to be. We'll have Colin McDowell, the third place finisher, will take on Jake Robertson. And so Jake Robertson, a junior. Colin McDowell, third in state this year. Lost a tough match in the semis. And he gets a very quick takedown now to a cradle. Bayport is conceding the pin here, basically, by making this change. They're going to bump up Ethan Farley. They're going to bump up Cole Bartline. We try to get some wins in other weight classes.
I think with that win, we're going to see a lot of bumping, especially in the middleweights here.
And with McDowell having a report at 150, or Arrowhead having a report at 150, they had to show their cards, and they put McDowell out there, and Bayport said, we'll give you the 6. And that's what's going to happen here. He's got a hard headlock on. The headlock is in tight, and Robertson's still fighting, but this isn't going to last much longer. McDowell's
Tough
sitting out
spot
hard.
for Jake. Giving it his all here.
Again, he's a Wisconsin recruit. He'll be wrestling for the Badgers next year. This headlock is tight. I can't believe they haven't called the pin yet, but Robertson keeps moving back and forth, and now they'll get the pin. And so Arrowhead's going to get a pin there in 103 from their senior star, Colin McDowell. And this is going to be a quick, very quick 17-0 lead for Arrowhead. And now we're going to head to 150 where we're going to see Ethan Farley for the Pirates.
157.
Sorry, 157, you're right. He'll be wrestling the freshman Devin Johnson, state qualifier for Arrowhead.
Big match here for Bayport. You got to start to, kind of got to stop this momentum that Arrowhead has going right now. The Warhawks come out, get a quick tech fall and 2 back-to-back pins. If you're Bayport, Ethan Farley, the senior, he's the man to do it.
So Farley was state qualifier at 150, went 1-2 at state. Devin Johnson, state qualifier at 157, went 1-2 at state. This is a match that Bayport has to win. No better way to say it. Bayport has to win. So we are out. Match has started. We're neutral. No shots yet. We're still sizing each other up. 1:40 to go in the first period. As Farley takes a shot, not there, as Johnson kind of sprawls out. And Holman's going to pick up a win over on their mat. They're going to take out Kakana in their first match.
And the crowd starting to get into it for Holman. They're represented here today.
Farley is going to get the first takedown on a hard whizzer. He comes across the body, sticks the leg in, and is able to get that takedown.
Right away with a crossface as Devin Johnson's laying out flat on his stomach here.
So Arrowhead's a team that's young with some of their studs, and we're going to see they have a group of 8th graders coming next year that are going to be unbelievably good. This is going to be a team that's going to be contending in the next few years. Johnson able to get back up to his feet. Johnson's brother, a former state champion for Whitefish Bay. Ethan Farley in on a nice high crotch to a double. Johnson's trying to roll through. It's
Trying
not
to
there, and
keep
Farley
the
will get the
legs.
takedown. 6-1 with 40 seconds to go in the first period.
Great job by Ethan.
Again, Johnson's brother, former state champion, now wrestling for Parkside.
Really trying to run a cradle here with 30 seconds left and a 6-1 lead, and he connects with the suicide cradle.
And we're getting swipes. We're going to get a 4 near fall at the very least. And that's exactly what happens. Farley's going to let him go with 17 seconds. Gets the 4 near fall. It's 10-2. We're neutral.
And Farley, the aggressor, 2 shots, just need to get a little closer. Finally, a couple pushes, and he's shoving them out of bounds. And you see the coaches, and Bayport's a little fired up. They need to fire up as a team. And Ethan Farley, being the senior leader that he is, out here trying to make it happen.
Again, Holman up 3-0 after the first match on their mat. Over Kaukauna, 4-time state champions, 4-time returning state champions. Ethan Farley's going to go down. And we'll start this second period with Johnson on top. Farley's going to stand up. He'll get the escape quickly.
Makes
11-2. Farley in on a nice shot. He's going to get a single.
And he's got
high
to keep,
crotch.
yeah.
Oh, he lets go of it. And Johnson's going to stick the leg in for 3 takedown on a high school ride. Farley will escape quickly then. It's 12-5.
No panic by Ethan there. He kind of shot in a little bit wild, didn't finish his shot, and that's going to happen sometimes. But Ethan applying all the pressure right now.
And it was totally finished. I'm not sure
Yeah.
why he didn't just get his arms behind.
Kind of a weird little slip.
Johnson in on an outside single here. Farley's
Ethan in
defending.
control,
And now he's
working
going
on
to come
it.
around and get the takedown as he just works the leg. Farley throws a crossface from yesterday. And an escape here for Johnson.
Ethan just letting Johnson up. Knows he can get takedowns at will here. Just got to shoot from inside. Don't rush. Don't panic.
1 minute to go in the second period. It's 13-6 Farley. Advantage Farley this entire match is wrestling very well, other than giving up a silly takedown.
Yeah, when he was the aggressor on it, Ethan's still looking for his shot, setting him up. There he's going for a
Now
double.
for a double.
Changes levels. Great.
Johnson with a really nice whizzer, and Farley throws it by to get the takedown. Now he's going to work the cradle.
Another hard crossface from Ethan Farley.
He's got to be
want
careful.
Keep that in a little tighter. I do like a hard one to set a message, but after a while, you do that a couple times, eventually you're going to get called for it.
16-6.
And there's the officiating crew again with a quick stalling. That may prove pivotal later on in
Johnson
these matches.
called for stalling. Now Ethan running an arm bar with the wrist.
And Ethan all the way out with his hips, parallel, trying to push that over.
10 seconds to go in the second period. 16-6 is the score.
Johnson doing a great job, knows that every point is important for his team as well. And Ethan Farley with a 16-6 lead after 2.
We will head to the third period. The referee might be saying there's some blood. I'm not sure what he's calling here. Maybe some schmag on the mat they got to take care of. I don't know.
I don't know. We also may be looking at the scoring here.
When you don't know what it is, you call it schmag.
Yeah.
Dr. Pete Haley and his team at North Star Dental Group have experience, and with today's technology, they can do more dentistry in just one visit. Dental implants should last a lifetime. You can get it all done at North Star Dental under one roof. Dr. Pete Haley, North Star Dental Group. Changing your life by changing your smile. Just a short drive from Swamico with locations in Appleton and Sheboygan. And today's broadcast of Bayport Wrestling sponsored by Reds Excavating. Located in Howard and providing excavating services through Northeast Wisconsin. With your land clearing, basement digging, or lot grading needs, contact Reds Excavating. On behalf of the wrestling community, I'd like to thank Reds Excavating for their support and generosity.
Coach Brad Shefchuk comes to the table to challenge the score, and now Randy Farrell out there from Arrowhead to say, wait a second.
Coach Schluter with the video evidence. You can see they're going back, looking at the iPad. He's like, how about those points? How about these? Did you miss a couple here?
15-6 is what the scoreboard's showing now.
And it's going to go to 18-6. It looks like Bayport was right on that challenge.
Nice job.
Is this like the NFL? If you get a few challenges right, you get an extra one, Chris?
No.
So Arrowhead's choice, he's going to go neutral. That's the right choice for Johnson. Johnson
That is, because a takedown here, as long as Ethan, if he can just get a takedown and Johnson go to his belly, that would be the end of the match. Ethan's going to try to look for a pinning combination right away. You see he's not going down, and it's not going to happen.
And Farley will get the tech fall, 21-6 over freshman state qualifier.
Great match by Ethan Farley, and let's see if that can start something here for Bayport.
And so Bayport picks up 5 points to make it 17-5 for Arrowhead. And we will head to 165, where we're going to see Cole Bartline for the Bayport Pirates. Cole Bartline, the state qualifier, sophomore for the Pirates. I think we're going to see Cyrus Lunt for Arrowhead. Cyrus, a senior, 23-11, lost first round at sectionals. Bartline's qualified for state, went 0-2.
Tough. Cole wrestled a lot of the year at 150, had to bump up to 157 for state. And now here he is doing the team thing again and bumping up to 165 here for the Pirates in the semifinals.
That's where he started the year after football season. With, again, Pirates winning the state championship in football.
And he's got a great cow catcher, but you can tell maybe that weight couldn't quite get it. He's still got it in tight.
I like the front headlock here. Now let's just circle, and chuck, and let's get the points.
Let's see if Cole can use some of his speed. He's got all of his weight on the shoulder area.
Working a quarter Nelson, or we'd love to call it a Pell.
And you can
he's
see
going to run the heck out of that Pell.
He's not letting it go. Now he's getting in. He's got a great.
And does not get him to his back, but gets the takedown. 3-0. We don't see a lot of Pells coming from the Bayport Pirates anymore. Why do we call it a Pell? Well, Matt Pell, former 3-time state champion for Luxembourg Casco, famous for the quarter Nelson, and of course with the LC ties that we have with our coaches, we know how to run some LC moves. So now Cole's going to run a double arm bar.
And Cole just trying to use that power. He's got the arm all the way up, coming backside half.
So he had a wrist in an arm bar. Now he's going.
And there is the stalling warning once again. They're on top of it, Ryan.
So Arrowhead warned for stalling. The referee's going to stop the match for some kind of blood. And it's Arrowhead has some blood. So we're going to take a blood time here, and we'll just give you an update. It's 3-0 Bayport in this match. 47 seconds to go in the first period. And the score, or team score, 17-5 Arrowhead. Looking over on the other mats, it is 3-0 for Holman at 144. They are in the third period with 20 seconds to go, and Kaukauna up 8-5 in that match. So if it stays the way it is, it'll be a 3-3 match dual score at the end of this match. So, and then they're going to start running into some guns over there. Kaukauna has some. Oh, Holman's in on a takedown, but out of bounds they go.
The
so
Holman crowd is believing right now. I love it. Like, just being here at the Fieldhouse, Ryan, the great intense matches. And we see Kaukauna running out. By the way, Gary and Karen, my mom and dad, watching in Arizona today. They made the trip out there, staying for a month and a half. Thanks for listening in.
Also in a canoe?
They're not. I don't think they're doing canoeing, but they do live right outside Mud Lake and get to cruise around a little bit.
Well, we'll have to go see them. I think that's a good idea.
Absolutely.
40 seconds to go in the first period. Bartline back on top, and we're wrestling again. Bartline with a big breakdown. Works a coffee grinder. Now he's going to roll wrists. In control with 25 seconds to go in the first period. Now a coffee grinder again. He's going to roll that arm down to try to bar it up. And that's exactly what he does. 19 seconds to go.
Cole still in control. Seems like he'd be winning a lot more than 3-0, but still in charge.
And you haven't seen Lunt do anything from the bottom. Wouldn't be surprised if another warning for stalling gets called.
Lunt is not doing anything. Looks like they're gonna let it ride out the period here as the first period's over.
And that's what happens. We'll finish out the first period. It's 3-0 Bartline.
Great job by Cole. I mean, if this was a college wrestling, like if Wisconsin was here, the ride time would have been 1 minute and 46 seconds, I believe. Got that takedown and then just rode him out the rest of the way.
Bartline will go down to start the second period. 3-0 Bartline. And Cyrus Lunt will work a quick arm chop. And Cole Bartline will just come on up and square up, and he gets the escape. 4-0 now. And Lunt takes a half shot. Nothing there. Bartline's going to work from the front headlock. And now Bartline trying to look for a snap and go situation. Now goes to an underhook.
See,
Cole
Lunt
is just
backing
completely
up.
in control.
Surprise, there has not been any more stalling calls at this point.
And Cole does a trip as they near out of bounds. Cole trips
Gonna
Lunt down, and
gonna
now
try
Lunt
to
with
limp
a
arm here
big,
out of Whizzer. He's
big
really
whizzer, and
close
we're going to try to limp arm out.
And he does.
No points scored yet, though. Gets out of the whizzer, and we'll go out of
Cole
bounds.
just going to reset. Good decision by Cole Bartline there. Just reset. Really good whizzer by Cyrus Lunt. Cole almost got out of it.
1:10 to go in the second period. It's 4-0 Bartline, and we just need to see Bartline get more aggressive on his feet.
Absolutely. You can see we got a lot of backing up going on by Cyrus Lunt.
Bartline just needs to trust his shots. Take the shot and go. As Bartline's going to lock up a underhook with a headlock.
A lot of upper body out of Cole. He's bumping up right here. He's confident in his strength. Like to see him use a little bit of that speed as well. And there's a great fireman. High crotch.
Fireman is finished up for a 3 takedown.
Finishes. It looked at first like it was going to go out of bounds. The feet did, but the head stayed in. And this year, any part of your body is inside that circle, you can keep wrestling. And there's another warning.
Another warning for the Arrowhead wrestler. That's another point for Cole Bartline. He goes up 8-0.
Big point there, too, Ryan. Could prove very helpful if you're a Bayport Pirate fan.
14 seconds to go in the second period now. And we're down to 6 seconds as we're working right near the out-of-bounds marker. Cole Bartline going to keep his feet in, making sure that we just stay here to finish out the period. And that's what we'll do. 8-0 as we go to the third period. It's Arrowhead's choice. Coach Randy Farrell's going to tell him to go neutral, and that's exactly what he'll do. 8-0, Bartline. And I'd like to see Cole here just get confident. Take the shot. As Lunt comes in on a nice outside single, Bartline sprawls hard. Now he's looking to spin.
Great defensive wrestling there by Cole, reacting to a great shot, actually, by Cyrus Lunt. I think he was kind of surprised Cole, as quick as he was able to sprawl and spin his way out of that.
Now Lunton on a hard double, and he's going to finish that takedown.
Finishes the takedown.
Bartline stood up to go try to pick the ankle, and instead Lunt goes, I'm going to go in on a double, and finishes it up. And he's going to hang out on top with an 8-3 lead, trying not to give Bartline anything. And we look over as
another stalling.
Peyton Lee picks up a pin for Kakana. Arrowhead will get a stalling call for another point for Cole Bartline. 9-3 is your score.
Our officials, as we stated right from the beginning of the match, they're going to make the wrestlers wrestle. They don't want any, stalling, whether that be right away, whether that be on the edge of the mat, Ryan. They want people to get after it, and they've been calling it that way since the first match.
So 1:22 to go in the third period. We need to see Cole Bartline open up here. 9-3 is the score, and we need more points out of him than just a decision.
Absolutely.
He is the dominant wrestler here, much better wrestler. There's no reason that he shouldn't just completely dominate this match, and so we're going to need to see him open up. 1:22 to go. Again, Kakana picks up another pin over against Holman. That was Peyton Lee, the senior, multiple-time state place finisher, and Kakana up 9-3 now over Holman. Kakana does have a couple of small holes in their lineup, but even those guys have 30 wins or 35 wins, which we would call that a hole, which I'd love to have that kind of hole in my lineup. So.
Absolutely. Kakana, just year after year, the program that they've developed there, really, really impressive. They're a juggernaut, and if you're Holman or you're Bayport, you got to wrestle every match, the best match that you possibly can.
We're dealing with some blood time on our mat. That's why the delay. 9-3 is your score.
Whether you're looking to capture a moment or a milestone, AD Images will be there to capture those memories, specializing in sports, seniors, families, maternity, pets, and business photography. Website is ad-images.com, where you can find all session options and pricing. Now book it today. Thank you, Howard Swamico, for your business and support.
And so senior Cyrus Lunt will come out. I believe he chose top. No, I'm sorry, he is on top. Sorry, 1:22 to go in the third period. He's on top.
You're Cole, you got to try to work up real quick, get one here.
And so he does get the one real quick on a switch to his feet.
Now it's go time. If you're Cole Bartline, those extra bonus points are big. Leading 10-3 right now. with 1:08 to go.
Nothing to hold back here. You don't wrestle again until 3 o'clock tomorrow if you win this duel. So you got to go all out here, and let's try to open this thing up to a, it's 10-3 now. We need at least a tech fall. Major decision gets us 4 points. That's if we have an 8-point difference.
Cole snapping it down here, front headlock.
Tech fall, if it gets to 15-point difference, they stop the match, and that's 5 team points. We're still neutral. Bartline in on a high crotch shot, comes back out, nothing there.
Good defense by Devin Johnson, and if you're Cole,
no,
one
this
more.
Is Zach Luntz.
Zach Luntz. I apologize, Zach
Luntz. Cyrus Luntz, sorry.
Yeah, if you're Cole Bartline, you got to keep on that attack, especially with all the stalling penalties already. So Cyrus does a great job getting in on a shot.
20 seconds to go.
Trying to prevent that from happening.
Luntz is going to hang on this leg. The referee's going to call stalemate. 16 seconds to go. Bartline needs a takedown here to get a major decision.
And Cole with his toe right on the line. He's ready to go. He knows what he needs to do. I'd like to see a quick shot here.
Luntz takes a shot.
Down to 10. He's got to move.
And Luntz going to hold on tight.
Luntz, they may give a stalling here as Luntz is just holding on for dear life, doing nothing. And they're not going to give it the stalling call. So good job by Luntz, just hanging on for dear life, only giving up 3 team points.
And a 10-3 win for Bartline gets 3 team points for the Pirates. And 17-8 is the Pirate lead as we head to 175 pounds. At 175, we're going to get Tucker Athey. I believe Carter Smith's going to be the wrestler for Arrowhead. Carter Smith, 25-15 and 4th in sectionals. We'll confirm that for you in just a moment. Tucker Athey will be your wrestler for Bayport. The freshman phenom.
Could be
5th in states this year. And so we're watching the board to see who reported. And Carter Smith will be your junior wrestler for Arrowhead. Carter Smith, 25 and showing 26-15 on the season. He won his match tonight against Waukesha West.
Carter taking a shot from kind of far out, which it doesn't usually affect him with those long, strong arms. He's right around on him quick for the quick 3-point takedown.
Real quick takedown for him, and we go up 3-0.
Thing I like about Tucker is he just is relentless. He can score from just about anywhere in any position on the mat.
And now he's going to try to tie up an arm here as Carter Smith for Arrowhead's going to just kind of flopping around a little bit, not trying to give Tucker anything that he can have, but did not do anything from the bottom either. You're going to get a quick stall call here pretty soon, I would say.
You can see Tucker really trying to work an armbar in here. He knows where he's at on the edge of the mat, so watch Tucker try to keep him in.
He's got an armbar and a wrist. He's going to try to tip him.
You see he's pushing him like closer into the center of the mat as we're on the edge here.
Carter Smith's going to really block this situation. I don't blame him. That's what he's got to do. Now Tucker just needs to get back to basics. Run that armbar, run your half. Let's get this kid on his back.
You need to get some bonus points here if you're the Bayport Pirates.
Out of bounds they'll go. 44 seconds in the first period. Again, it's 3-0 Athey, and he's going to ask for neutral. And so we will go neutral. It's 3-1 Tucker Athey. And this is where Tucker's going to need to score. Just go ahead and wrestle on your feet.
Instead, Carter's in quick on a double. Tucker not giving it up.
Smith in on a really good shot, and he's got Tucker on his hip.
He does. Tucker in a tight spot here, just holding on, hoping to get through this here.
Holding on for dear life.
And Tucker again, he's got it kind of his arms locked.
He's locked
between
through the crotch.
The legs.
Smith is not going to be able to score if he stays in that crotch, but now he pops out, and now Tucker's going to spin, and he'll get the takedown.
He'll get the takedown. Great job by Tucker.
And that's the pace we got to turn on.
Absolutely.
That's the 7 seconds to go in the first period. Sorry, and Tucker's just got to be going hard. We got to get more out of him.
Tucker wrestles more like a senior than he does a freshman. Understands the mat awareness and what he has to do and what he needs to do for his team. Great job by Tuck.
And so we'll round out this first period with just a few seconds left. 6-1, Tucker Athey at 175. Team score is 17-8 for Arrowhead at this point. Once again, we need some bonus points, so Tucker Athey's choice, and he's going to go neutral.
Arrowhead jumped right out. Ryan with that tech fall, getting 5, and then 2 falls for another dozen. Bayport winning the last 2 here to make it 17-8.
Tucker in on a nice shot here. He's going to work his way up the middle. All Smith can do is try to grab ankles, and that's what he does. So Tucker will come up the middle in a waterfall position. And now he's just going to lock in a double, try to get his head to the outside.
Tough spot. You can see Tucker strong. He's going to try to lift it up, and he does. Scoots the head out from behind. Another 3-point takedown.
It's crazy. So what he does is he locks his hands and gets his butt up in the air. And no coach has ever told a wrestler to do that. But Tucker is so long that there's just no way to stop him.
It's so long, and the strength to be able, from that outside distance, to be able to bring it back in.
Tucker working a wrist and an arm bar, trying to do a tip here. Carter Smith just blocking. And so, again, 9-1's your score, but I think we push him away here with 1:05 to go. Let's try to get back to neutral. Let's keep wrestling.
Carter just doing everything he can right now, just defensive wrestling. Tucker trying to work some moves, trying to work an arm.
So Tucker had an arm bar in, and Smith's able to limp arm out of it. I think Tucker, let's let him go. 45 seconds to go in the second period. It's 9-1 Bayport.
Surprised we haven't seen any stallings here yet.
I'm surprised he has not come up off his belly.
He has not left the belly. Just kind of slipping the arms, trying to get the hands back out. Tucker, there's the warning there.
And now we'll get a warning on Carter Smith.
And Tucker decides to cut him loose here again from that deep shot with the butt up, Ryan, as you just explained.
And he gets the takedown.
It's hard to explain the skill and the strength that it takes to do that. Really.
Oh, now he's got a half in.
Freshman, he's got a half in. Tight with 14 seconds left and a commanding 12-2 lead.
Smith able to wing down on it. Still laying on his belly. 5 seconds to go in the second period. It's 12-2 Tucker Athey. And we'll head to the third period. It'll be Arrowhead's choice.
You know, kind of surprised we don't have any towel boys or anything here at the state finals, Ryan. There's been a little bit of miscommunication in the last few seconds of a couple different matches tonight.
Well, that is the job of the assistant referee. So you have 2 referees on the mat, and he just needs to get a little bit more vocal and closer, I think. So Carter Smith chooses neutral in the third period, which is what his coach was asking him to do. Tucker is now in on a double again and gets the takedown. And he'll make it 15-2 now.
And, you know, your good friend there, Coach Randy Farrell, deciding, hey, it's okay if we get tech fouled. We just don't want to fall. That's how important these points are and these matches are tonight, especially when you have the number 4 ranked team in the state wrestling the number 5 ranked team in the state.
Well, this kid's just doing nothing from the bottom. And I mean, he knows that Tucker's the better wrestler. It's just don't give up points. And that's what you coach your kids. Don't give up those extra points on turns and tips and stuff. And we're going to get a potentially dangerous on an arm bar. Tucker, let's let him go. Come on, let's go neutral. And that's what coaches are telling him to do. Coach Geel, is telling him go neutral. And Coach Shevchuk says, no, let's try to get the pin. And keep him on the mat. 1:12 to go.
Putting a little bit of trust and confidence in Tucker Athey to get it done here.
He's got an arm bar locked.
Working for that double, looking for that double.
He's going to run an arm bar and a wrist.
I mean, there's got to be a stalling call here. There hasn't been any movement.
And there's the stalling call on Carter Smith. So a point awarded to Tucker Athey, and referee stops for potentially dangerous on the arm bar. So we're at 16-2. Tucker wanted to go neutral, and the coaches said no. Now he'll let him go neutral. 16-3.
Tucker in again, shoots from deep, but instead of getting 2 this time, got the single.
And he's going to lift that single up high.
37 seconds left in the match here. Tucker's going to need to get another takedown, and there he does.
And he does. And we'll get a tech fall here for Tucker Athey. The freshman gets another great win for the Bayport Pirates. He'll get 5 team points for his team. And we'll take this match to 17-13. Arrowhead's winning.
Both teams in a back-to-back, back and forth match so far have won. You had Arrowhead winning the first 3. Bayport answered with 3 wins in the next 3 matches.
And we'll go up to 190 with Devlin Valet.
Meaning Braden Athey won't be wrestling here tonight, the
Correct.
senior.
So Devlin Valet at 190. He's going to be wrestling Gage Finn, who's a senior, 21-9 on the season for Arrowhead, but 5th at regionals, so did not qualify for sectionals.
Got pinned against Waukesha West earlier.
Yeah, and so this is a winnable match if Devlin comes out hard and strong.
Got to see the offense, got to see the go-go, the team mentality where you got to go and score points for your team. This isn't about you, Dev, today. It's about scoring points for the Bayport Pirates.
And at 215 in heavyweight, Arrowhead has a couple of really good wrestlers. And so, although neither of them qualified for state, they are formidable wrestlers. So we need to get a win here so we can head into those matches with some confidence. Again, Devlin Valet, the junior. He's been wrestling up at 190 all year. Took 4th at sectionals, 24-17 on the season.
Arrowhead crowd starting to clap if you can hear it.
Gage Finn, 23-9. He's a senior for Arrowhead.
Now the Bayport fans starting to get in with a let's go Devlin chant as he gets in on a single.
He's got the single up high now.
Gonna have to try to do a mat.
And he's gonna finish it.
Does quickly, nice job. You can see Gage just kind of gave up, went down to that, onto his hands and toes. And
as Devlin got that single, he brought it up high like you're supposed to do with a single, and Gage Finn just did not have the flexibility to be able to defend that. So Devlin gets the first takedown. Not something we've seen a lot from Devlin this year, not a first takedown kind of wrestler. And he goes up 3-0 early on as we have 30 seconds to go in this first period. And Gage Finn is scrambling out for the escape, and he'll get the point. So we're now 3-1 with 20 seconds to go. This is first period.
And these are big matches, both teams. When you have kind of those equally matched wrestlers, who's going to win those back and forth, those toss-up matches?
Gage Finn gets in on a takedown at the end of this first period, gets 3 points for the takedown, goes up 4-3 as we finish out the first period, and that's a tough one to give up.
And Devlin, though, wisely went to his stomach, didn't want to give up any near fall, but now finds himself trailing in the match.
Shout out to Mike Jewick, our Assistant Superintendent of Operations. He's listening tonight. Saying go Pirates. He'll be moving on to be the superintendent in Kohler next year. Congratulations to him. Great guy, great professional.
Great family, done a lot for the district. Wish him, we're going to miss him, but wish him the best of luck.
And we're neutral now in the second period. It is 4-3 Arrowhead in this match as Gage Finn gets in on a nice shot, but nice sprawl by Devlin. And Devlin's going to work from the front headlock. And I think he would rather let go of this and just start back to neutral.
You see Gage Finn starting to be the aggressor, realizes maybe Dev's not going to do that shot, doesn't have the confidence, going to start working on his game. If you're Dev, I'd like to see a shot here. Minute 30 left in the second period. Again, another shot by Gage Finn. Good defensive wrestling. We've seen that a lot from Devlin there. I'd like to see him circle around as they both stand up after the errant shot.
Let's watch him take a shot now.
And
Devlin will get called for stalling. That's a warning for him. First one is a warning. 1:04 to go in the second period. It is 4-3 Arrowhead. Devlin needs to get on his offense. Man, I got to get to a point where I'm getting paid $1 for every time I say that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we are neutral. 45 seconds to go. It's another kind of half shot here by Gage Finn. Valet's going to sprawl out, go to the front headlock, and we'll just go back to neutral.
In a 4-3 match, if you're Devlin, you got to start going on the attack. The officials have shown they're going to call stalling, and if you're backing up on all these shots, they're going to call you again.
Another shot for Gage Finn, outside single.
On a good single.
And a finish for it. So he'll get the takedown 7-3.
And Gage Finn just wrestling with nothing but confidence right now.
Well, good for him. I mean, he's figured out that all I got to do is shoot on this kid. They go out of bounds. Devlin's able to get the escape. His leg band comes off, so the referee stops it. We got 12 seconds to go in the second period. It's 7-4 Arrowhead. And Devlin, this would be a place to take a shot.
As well
take
as
a chance.
17-3 Arrowhead here after 6 matches tonight.
17-13.
Sorry, 17-13.
And so we'll finish out the second period. No points scored there. Devlin's choice. He will go down.
And we've said this time and time again, if you're Devlin here, you're down 3, you got 2 minutes, you're actually in position to win this match right now if you can get an escape and just try to work a takedown.
So Gage Finn holding on for dear life as Devlin's trying to work his way up. Now he'll roll a wrist and pick an ankle. So he gets Valet broken down.
Devlin can't just lay on the mat as he is right now, needs to start working. They're going to call stalling here on him, but Devlin trying to work his way up here on that, almost out of the mat here.
Oh, so they go out of bounds as Devlin escapes, but the referee will not allow the escape.
They're gonna discuss it here. They may award Devlin 1. After discussing, the officials decided no.
So 1:35 to go in the third period. It is 7-4 Arrowhead. And Devlin needs to get on his horse.
Quick stand up there by Dev. Good to see, but good mat return.
Gage Finn just working a hard arm chop here, and really nothing more than that. Now he'll work a coffee grinder to an arm bar. 1:20 to go in this third period. It's 7-4 Arrowhead. Devlin, we need a win here.
Dev just kind of broken down, hips on the mat right now. But I will say, Gage Finn not doing anything to work outside as well. He's just happy and content, riding them like just totally parallel here.
They are basically out of bounds, but because there's a body part in by the top man, they keep wrestling. With 1 minute to go, they go out of bounds, and now Devlin Valet's going to show something's hurting. So we'll go to injury time for Devlin.
They're yelling stalling, but we have an injured Pirate, which usually you wouldn't yell stalling if a kid is injured.
Today's state broadcast of Bayport Wrestling proudly sponsored by Red's Excavating. Red's Excavating, located here in Howard, provides excavating services throughout Northeast Wisconsin. For all your land clearing, basement digging, or lot grading needs, contact Red's Excavating. On behalf of the entire wrestling community, we'd like to thank Red's Excavating for their support and generosity.
And so, again, 7-4 is your score. We've got 1 minute to go in the third period with Devlin Valet down.
Not
7-4.
sure what happened there on the edge of the mat.
He's got 1:30 of injury time, so they're going to use it. Over on the Kaukauna mat, we got Brady Sprangers wrestling for Kaukauna. This is probably the best wrestler in the state that did not qualify for state this year. He's a junior, 46-3, did not make it to state for the Ghosts.
Unbelievable.
And he is winning 15-2 big, and he's going to get the tech fall over there. So excellent wrestler. And I don't remember exactly what happened. I'd have to go back and look, but didn't make it to state this year.
And it looks like Devon's going to be okay, maybe favoring a wrist.
And so we've got Oliver Shefchuk's grandpa and grandma are listening in from Crivets. Looks like they're heading out to Disney soon, so let's get a win for them as they go see the best mouse in the world. And we're back to action in the middle of the mat.
7-4, 57 seconds left. You see Dev coming out like he shot out of a cannon there.
And they go out of bounds.
Hey.
Arrowhead fans trying to call a stalling call as Devlin goes out of bounds, but really it went out of bounds.
They've been screaming it for a while, and there's what Dev needed. Got the quick escape, trailing 7-5. We've been in this spot so many times, Chris. What I'd like to see right now is just a shot from Devlin. You're down 38. Go get the points in the win for your team. This is one of those toss-ups. If you're Bayport, you want to win this match here. This is huge.
And Devlin not really he's not on his horse here.
He is not on his horse, trailing by 2. I've seen this too many times. 20
seconds to go, and he's a takedown away from the win.
You gotta go, but we've seen it.
Come on, Dev, take that shot. We saw you finish the shot, first period.
Go get it.
10 seconds to go. Still no shot by Devlin. And Gage Finn's hanging on for dear life.
And you get a stalling call, trailing by 2. In a really disappointing match there. I've said this before, and but you got to go and earn it. You got to go get it. You cannot do nothing when you're trailing by 2 in a state semifinal match. So disappointing.
Gage Finn at 190 for Arrowhead will get the win. It's 8-5 and 3 points for the Arrowhead Warhawks, and they go up 20-13 as we will head to 215 pounds and Lucas Weinberg.
Luke gonna have his hands full here, wrestling Luke Diedrich, 38-5, third at sectionals.
And he's tough. This is a tough kid, probably one of Arrowhead's best. And again, didn't make it to state on, and I don't know what happened. Again, don't know what happened there, but he's going to come out hard and strong. And so Luke's going to need to be ready to go here. And this match has started. Diedrich in on a shot already with a high crotch shot, and he's going to finish that shot to go up a quick 3-0. And he's going to pick the ankle and arm chop.
Luke on the belly.
And so 3-0 Diedrich.
Luke Diedrich
quickly
got a really good tight half in. Luke trying to belly out of it.
Ross Tallner listening back in Green Bay. Great to have you, Ross. Thanks for joining us. Again, Weinberg down 3-0 with 1:20 to go in this first period.
Loose work.
Diedrich playing hard on his arm chops.
Luke worked himself up to his base there, but broken right back down quickly by Luke. Diedrich, we got a battle of Lukes here.
Over on the other mat, Kakana goes up quickly, 26-3, as their state champion, Liam Crook, just picked up the pin for them. Two-time state champion. And Diedrich hanging on the side of the mat, keeping his foot in bounds, doing nothing, and the referee's just going to say no. Let's go back and start over.
Let's go back. Let's get back to some action here. If you're Luke, you got to start moving here quick. Trailing 3-0 with 50 seconds left. And Bayport trailing 20-13.
Again, Diedrich third at sectionals this year. So was Luke Weinberg.
Diedrich with a good, just kind of solid arm chop there. Rolled Luke over onto his hip. Trying to work a little cradle here on Luke as he's on his belly here. Luke not really getting much space here. Again, broken down, kind of trying to run Luke over for some near fall and got one swipe, but Luke smartly pushes through it, rolls back here, 20 seconds. Luke Weinberg in a tough spot.
He's working a crossface butcher like
now
a stud.
Just a really power half as Luke is up on his base, and he's going to have to flatten out to that hip to play a little defense with only 5 seconds left. And it looks like the sophomore Luke Diedrich's going to go with a 3-0 lead going into the second period.
So Diedrich from Arrowhead lost to I'm just looking back, Mason Groh from Beaver Dam.
Oh, yeah, he was in the championship match. Might have won it.
No, Mason Groh placed, though, at state.
Okay.
And then Grolke from Hartford was the champion in that bracket. Because Groh didn't win in the finals, that did not allow Diedrich a chance to even wrestle back for second at sectionals. So that's what it was.
Luke on top here to start the period, trailing 3-0. Diedrich working up to a stand-up quick, but Luke in on a single, be able to bring him back down to the mat. Riding and in control here, trailing 3-0.
Kana picks up another technical fall on their mat. They are unbelievable.
They are rolling. And they're a quick escape.
Diedrich will come up to his feet. It's 4-0 now, and we're neutral.
And if I'm Luke, I actually like this position. You're trailing 4-0. You didn't have a whole lot of success from the bottom. Let's go and try to get a takedown.
Luke's going to try to find a position as Diedrich's going to body lock.
And Luke catches him almost with a headlock. Let's see who's going to end up on top, and it looks like it's going to be Weinberg. No, all of a sudden,
going to stay on the head throw.
And Diedrich stayed on the head throw and gets the 3, and Luke now fighting off of his back with 1 minute here at the edge of the mat. Luke in a headlock, but squirting out, and it's going to at least get 1.
So a 3 near fall, and a 1-point escape for Weinberg. So he got caught in the head throw, but it wasn't not very tight, and he's able to pop his head out.
It was a 50-50 whether Luke was going to get the takedown in the back points or Luke Diedrich, and Diedrich ended up on top with a big 10-1 lead now here with 48 seconds left.
And Luke's got to turn on his horse now.
He does. He knows it.
He's been completely
and
dominated in this match.
There was not a stalling called there.
Out of bounds they go as Diedrich backs out of bounds.
Luke got a battle back here, trailing by 9.
I got to say, this Diedrich is one impressive sophomore. Just well put together kid for his age. Nice shot. He takes a high crotch in on Luke.
Here. Luke, not much he can
And
do.
he gets the takedown to make it 13-1. And so we've got 15 seconds to go in the second period as Dietrich's going to try to get some near fall here to get a tech fall.
Luke kind of sitting on his butt. And he's Dietrich tried to cradle coming backwards, but good job fighting it off by Luke. Back to his base as we're going to go to the third period.
So third period, 13-1 for Arrowhead. They're up 20-13 as a team in the team score.
Luke's decision, I don't know if you're doing it if you're Bayport here. I'm either choosing top or both up. It looks like they're going to go neutral.
And so neutral we go. If Dietrich gets a takedown, this match is over on a tech fall. So we need to get Luke getting more aggressive, and he is. Dietrich's going to go double underhooks here and back Weinberg up as Luke's going to try to pummel in.
And he's going to circle to the left, and now he's going to be the one pushing Dietrich out of bounds.
And out of bounds they'll go. So we'll come back to neutral in the middle. Luke's got to turn it up here.
Yeah, trailing 13-1, minute 44 left here. Got to get on his horse a little bit. Got to try to create some offense any way you can. And Dietrich is not going to risk anything with a comfortable 13-1 lead. So if you're Luke, go make it happen.
He's got a nice arm control
Should
here.
Be a stalling warning there.
Stalling warning for Dietrich as he backed out of bounds again. He's up 13-1. He gets in on a nice high crotch shot. Quick finish. And he's going to get a tech fall here win over Luke Weinberg. So nice job by Luke Dietrich. Fun to watch him. But Bayport's going to take a 5-point loss here on a tech fall. And that one hurts.
That one really hurts there. Great match by Luke Dietrich. He was in control, and it was a big pivotal moment in the second when it looked like Luke may get a takedown at the edge of the mat and possible near fall. Instead, it went the other way, and that was really the turning point in that match.
So Arrowhead goes up 25-13 as we'll head to our 285-pound heavyweight match. Alex Warden will be your Bayport Pirate, 6th place finisher at state this year. He'll be wrestling Xavier Fallon, a senior who's 12-12.
You need a pin if you're Bayport here. You're dependent on Alex Warden to go out there and kind of turn things around for you because 106-113 for the Arrowhead Warhawks. They got two really, really good wrestlers.
And we're in action here at heavyweight.
Both wrestlers just kind of feeling each other out here.
Holman started out their duel with a win over there against Kakana, picked up 3 points, and they have not won since. They're down 31-3 with the 4th place finisher at heavyweight from Kakana up 4-0 in the second period over there. So Kakana absolutely dominating Holman on the other mat. It's 25-13 for Arrowhead against Bayport here as Luke hits a nice
Alex Warden did great
double. Alex hits a nice arm drag right to a double to his back.
You need a fall here, Alex Warden.
So arm drag to a double, gets him to his back. Xavier Fallon is fighting with one shoulder up here. And Warden's going to settle in. Now he's going to reverse the half.
There's the reverse half.
Lift that head up high, Alex.
I tell you, I would not want to be Xavier Fallon right now with Alex
there it is.
Warden.
1 minute pin for Alex Warden.
And this senior in possibly his last ever high school match comes out and gets a big fall for the Pirates.
And he'll pick up 6 points for the Pirates to make it now 25-19 for Arrowhead. So Arrowhead up 25-19, and now we're going to head into a tough stretch here at 113 as Jaden Torres at 106 and Zahn Beal at 113 are excellent wrestlers.
Torres 28-10 on the year, but I tell you what, Oliver Sheshik has something in him. This is a pivotal match for Bayport. If Ollie can go out here and get a W, this is going to turn things completely for Bayport. And I know his dad Ryan, mom Jamie, they believe in him.
Jaden Torres for Arrowhead. State qualifier, seeded number 2 at state. And lost by technical fall in the first round, and then lost the second round match after he was seeded number 2.
Absolutely.
And actually, so Torres comes out and tries to get like a basically like an ankle pick, and Oliver
Really
jumps on
quick.
top of him, puts the legs in, and he gets the takedown. So Oliver up 3-0, and then
in a
Torres comes
tough
out the
spot.
backside and is now 3-2.
And a quick 2, they don't even have it. Oh, actually, they just gave the 3. They did not award it to Oliver. I see 3, and now I don't.
I thought the referee was signaling 3 for Bayport, but not. And so Torres goes up 3-0 as he came out the backside on Oliver and is able to get the takedown. And so we'll wrestle from the mat with Oliver on the bottom. Torres trying to tie up the arms. He's got an arm bar on Oliver. He's going to tip it.
And Oliver in a tight spot here, gives up a couple swipes, and they're still going. No points. It was topsy-turvy. He says nothing. Now we got 2 at least.
Again, Jaden Torres, state qualifier for Arrowhead. 28-10 on his season, 29-10 actually, and Oliver Shevchuk had a great freshman campaign, 30-15.
35 seconds, and Torres is really trying to run it here. He might be able to step over the head. Oliver's got to fight it here. 28 seconds left. Can't give up near fall. Still only those 2. Good job by Oliver. He's going to be trailing at least 5-0, Ryan.
As Torres was running the heck out of that arm bar, Oliver was able to just circle and basically bring the arm down. And so nothing there. Referee's going to call potentially dangerous after he called a 2 near fall.
And Torres has been really quick off the whistles. If you're Oliver here, 11 seconds left, trailing 5-0. Boy, would it be great to get 1.
We're still in the first period. Down to 5 seconds to go. And Torres will get the arm chop in the breakdown, and no points for Oliver as we finish out the period. So 5-0, Jaden Torres from Arrowhead.
And Torres, you can see, he's a great wrestler from the top. He was working a bunch of different combinations, made it really tough for Oliver to even be able to get an escape.
Oliver's choice, he defers, and Jaden Torres will choose neutral. He needs to watch the ankle pick. That's what's going to come. So
Torres, the taller, lankier wrestler for sure. You see he just tries to stick one in there and just
basically just catches him in a cow catcher to his back. No points scored there, though. He'll get the takedown, no points scored on a near fall. Oliver took a half shot, and he got caught. So 8-0, Torres. And now Torres will work a crossface. As Oliver's going to bring his hips up, try to bump away. And now Torres will continue to work that crossface, and then he goes to a coffee grinder, then he goes to an arm chop. Now he's going to let Oliver go. So to neutral we go, 8-1.
Oliver all of a sudden here starting to fight back a little bit, 8-1.
Oliver working in a front headlock position.
Trying to snap him down. Torres, really good base and balance. Ollie's trying to get to that outside leg from the front headlock. No success.
Oliver doing a nice job in this front headlock series.
He's controlling. He's trying to push Jaden back into his hips, and he's getting closer and closer.
As Oliver spins, he's coming around. No points scored. Torres able to spin out of it.
Good defensive wrestling there by Torres. Oliver starting to gain a little bit of confidence. So now you see him moving around a little bit more confidently, tapping the mat. Ooh,
there's
great
the ankle
pick by Torres.
All he does is hang on that head and go to the ankle opposite side. So 30 seconds to go. It's 11-1 Torres. And so as we work through this 106 match, we have to understand that we are headed next to 113, where their freshman Zahn Beal, 27-1 as a freshman and 3rd in state. And he was a millisecond away from being a state finalist. Made a freshman mistake to lose I think it was like a 6-5 match in the semis.
7-6 to Reedsburg, who
7-6
we saw last match.
So, yeah, against Curtin from Reedsburg, yep. So we finish out the second period. It's 11-1.
Bayport's decision. If I'm Bayport, I don't go down in this situation. We saw what Torres could do from the top. I think pretty smartly. I mean, they take top.
Yep, Oliver Shevchuk will start on top here. It's 11-1 Torres. He's going to try to break him down and get into that cradle position. That's where Oliver likes to work.
And if you're And if you're the Pirates here, you're thinking, okay, we got Owen Waukee, we got Aloya Schlump, we got Braden Hamill, we got hammers to finish this match. So if you're Bayport, try not to give up any pins, try not to give up any 5-point tech falls, and you're still sitting in a comfortable position to make it to a state championship match. And there's Oliver still working hard, getting the takedown.
Just on top of the control
just on top. Yep. It was topsy-turvy there for a second. I don't know.
1:20 to go in this third period. It's 11-1 Torres with Oliver Shevchuk on top, still in control. Trying to break Torres down. Torres will come up to his feet. Oliver's going to lock up. Trying to get a mat return here, and Torres is going to spin out. He'll get the escape. 12-1.
Oliver doing a good job keeping this within striking distance. You don't want to give up those bonus points, but Torres in on a quick single again. He's been impressive on his feet.
And on the outside single, as Oliver's trying to work a quarter Nelson, now he's going to have to give it up, and just not there. So it's 15-1. Coach Farrell's telling Torres to let him go, and he does. 15-2. They're looking for the tech fall.
The less points Oliver can give up here, the less you got to depend on Aloyas and Braden Hamill and Owen Waukee, folks. Oliver doing a great job. Only 30 seconds left here.
We're still neutral.
Can't give up another takedown if you're Oliver. Again on that ankle pick.
Torres tries the ankle pick as Oliver is able to sprawl out of it.
Hey, the young freshman learned something here.
Hang on
Can he
tight
hold
here.
him off for another 19 seconds? Torres trying to get that final 3 points.
15 seconds to go. It's 15-2.
Just grinding down. He's trying to get around Oliver here to get that point. And
Oliver's going to hold on to a
smartly
leg.
just gets that leg. He just needs to
5
clamp
seconds
onto
to
it
go.
with all of his life.
Torres trying to scramble around to get the takedown.
And great job by Oliver. The Bayport coach is extremely excited over here.
So he'll lose the match 15-2, but instead of giving up a 5-point tech fall or a 6-point pin, it'll be a major decision for Torres.
Folks.
And that means Arrowhead's going to pick up 4 points in that match. And we'll go to 29-19 as your score with Arrowhead in the lead. And again, we're at 113 where we're going to see Zahn Beal, third place finisher as a freshman for Arrowhead. And we'll see Riley Holowinski as the freshman here for Bayport. And so we're going to get this match started in the middle here. We need Riley to wrestle strong. And so Zahn Beal, the freshman phenom for Arrowhead. He's going to come out hard here on a nice shot. He's an inside single, head on the outside. He's going to work to a double. And Riley Holowinski's going to hold on tight here as he comes to the crotch, tries to stop that shot. Zahn Beal's going to come around and get the takedown. 3-0 for Arrowhead.
And Zahn Beal, impressive freshman, as we said. If you're the coach of the Pirates, what are you telling young Riley Holowinski? This is a really tough match. Every point matters, right? Do whatever you can.
Beal with a Turk position to Riley Holowinski, brings him to his back. He's got a 4 near fall coming at him. It's loose, not really in a pinning position, but he's going to start to try to tighten it up with arms and as Riley tries to get his leg back and come to his belly. And that's what he'll do. 4 near fall awarded, so it's 7-0 Beal. We've got 3 matches to go after this. Bayport's gonna have to bring it.
You can hear the Arrowhead Warhawk crowd saying, we need a pin. And they know what's coming for Bayport next as well. It's Owen Waukee, it is Aloya Schlump, and it is Braden Hamill.
And they're likely going to forfeit one of those, I would think, Arrowhead. We'll kind of watch that and see what happens. And so Beal on top here with 35 seconds to go.
Riley doing a great job here, just playing defensive. He knows his job. He knows his job, trying to work up to his base, and he does.
Riley Holowinski
brought right back down.
Down 7-0, 25 seconds to go in this first period. And they're going to get called for stalling. That's the right call, so Riley Holowinski gets warned for stalling.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's the right call. I mean, Beal's been in control.
At the same time, Beal, typically I like to see wrestlers move off to the side. Beal not really working anything here. Just kind of comfortable riding behind him with a 7-0 lead.
It's a hard, tight waist, basically. That's all he's doing.
And it's time for quite a while there again.
So first period done. 7-0 is your lead for Beal, and it's Arrowhead's choice. I think Arrowhead's going to say, let's go neutral. That's what they'll do.
Kakana adding to their total.
Unbelievable over there. So Hudson was able to pick up 1 pin, so they've got 9 points, but Kakana just running away. Zonbeal in on a double leg shot. He'll get the takedown. So now 10-0. He's got the Turk position again. Now he's going to work a half off of that.
Zonbeal just impressive. No points. If you're Bayport, I would rather have them award that there.
Lift the leg in the Turk, and he's going to try to get Riley to his back.
And he does.
Now he's got a cradle locked
now
up.
It's
and this
really
is over.
tight. This is a fall. There's no way that's not going to be a fall.
Exactly what happens.
Tough spot there for Bayport. Riley doing a great job.
So the pin is in 234 for Zonbeal, the third place finisher at state at 113 pounds. And that's another 6 points that Arrowhead will pick up. 35-19 is the score as we head into our final 3 weights. Owen Waukee will come out here at 120 pounds, the state runner-up. And with Bayport down 16 points, they have to get at least 2 pins.
Need a fall here. That would start things off really well for Bayport with 2 matches to go, and Owen's in quick on an outside single. Switches right away to a double. Owen Waukee knows what he needs to do in this match. He's won a lot of wrestling matches for Bayport. He knows he needs to go out and get 6 here as he's in control on top.
Charlie Kramer is the wrestler, a senior for Arrowhead. 19-12 on the season, 5th at regionals, so did not qualify for sectionals. Again, he's got a task ahead of him as he's wrestling the state runner-up in Owen Waukee.
Owen just working a really tight half, rolling it over. And if he can hold on and just sink in for a minute 18, should be a quick 6 for Bayport.
My friends, I'm going to mark this as a pin because this, with 1:10 to go, this is not going to be let go of.
This is not going to be
an
easy task as as Kramer tries to roll through it. It shouldn't be much longer, folks.
Owen's lifting the head as Kramer.
And there it's flat down, and there's the 6. Just what we needed if you're a Bayport Pirate fan. The senior Owen Waukee with the fall.
So Owen Waukee does his job, gets the pin, now 35-25. And we're going to head to 126 pounds. And so now Bayport's got to come out here and get another pin. Incredibly important that we keep the momentum going.
This is important. As you can see, this is what we needed here. We got Arrowhead sending out first.
I think Arrowhead's going to report Alexander Ward potentially here.
And Bayport is going with Braden Hamill.
So Braden Hamill is your wrestler at 126 now, and that means Aloya Schlump will finish it up at 132 tonight.
If you're Bayport, obviously, you got 2 matches to go. You need a win, and what a hammer to have in Aloya Schlump to bring it home.
Alexander Ward, your wrestler for Arrowhead. He's a sophomore, 13-13 on the season, 5th at regionals. Yeah. Braden Hamill gets a slide by and a takedown quickly.
Great quick slide by, and Hamill, he's running it. He's been wrestling with some energy tonight, folks. This is a Braden Hamill from old.
He's got an armbar and a wrist. Now he's going to run an armbar and a half.
A fall here would be huge for Bayport, and Hamill, he needs to settle down.
After Braden's had a tough season as a sophomore, as he's had to go up to 132 from 106, where he was a state qualifier. And this is the way that he needs to finish it up here. So get out there, get your pin, get the points your team needs, and that is your justification for a tough season. Not a problem. And so the referee's going to stop the match.
I mean, let's be real here. Trailing by 10, we need at least 4. We need a major decision. I would love to see a tech fall or better here. Aloyas goes.
Actually, we need a tech fall.
We need points here.
I don't think – I have to check what criteria are, but I'm not sure that we're in the advantage on criteria if we go to tie. So we're going to have to get a tech fall.
How about a fall here? How about a fall here?
Let's just get the pin and not worry about it. So Alexander Ward is the sophomore for Arrowhead, and Braden Hamill's the sophomore for Bayport. As Ward's headgear comes down again, and the referee's going to say, fix the headgear, coach. Randy Farrell come out and tighten it up.
And Braden, for you folks listening at home, apologize you can't see, but Braden Hamill with a brand new haircut today. Coming out with the bright blonde with a little blue BP on the back.
Ooh, I didn't even notice that. That's cool. Now I see it.
Braden last match started off the match with a great fall. He's wrestling with a lot of energy.
Keep a golf game at the Clubhouse Indoor Golf, located on Lineville Road in Howard. Whether you're an experienced golfer or new to the game, you can enjoy top of the line full swing golf simulators, offering multi-sport games for the whole family. Clubhouse Indoor Golf, located on Lineville Road in Howard.
Let's go, Hamill!
Now I'll tell you exactly what Coach Farrell was telling his wrestler as he's replacing headgear. As Randy Farrell was an assistant coach with me, and Ruben Munoz, sitting right in front of me, was also assistant coach with me at Wauwatosa. He's saying, I don't care if he scores points. Don't give up the pin. And so we're back to action. Braden Hamill trying to work a kind of an inside cradle, but
45 seconds
really, we're just turtling up here.
Ward is not looking to move too much, and Braden on the attack. One doubted if we see a little stalling call here shortly.
Bayport must either get a tech fall or a pin here. There's the stalling call.
There's the stall. You love to see that here early. And I wouldn't be surprised if we get another one here. If Braden keeps doing the breakdown and keeps trying to run moves as he is. He's off of his belly. He's on his toes. And you can see Ward just locking up his leg, hoping that he's not allowed to do anything.
Yeah, he's just draping his legs over the top of Braden Hamill so that he can't turn them. And the coaches from Bayport are going to have to make an adjustment here and just say, listen, let's go to our feet. We're going to catch him to his back at some point. We're going to be good there. We'll finish out the first period. It's 35-25 for Arrowhead. And it's a 3-0 match for Braden Hamill. We go neutral, and that's Arrowhead's choice is to go neutral. And I think our Bayport coaches have to say, Braden, let's stay on our feet. Let's catch him to his back.
Yeah, circling the mat here, minute 40 to go. And if you're Alexander Ward, if you just keep this match tight, your team's winning this match, even though you have Aloya Schlump next. So if you're Braden Hamill, gotta go. Gotta create, and you gotta attack.
Braden Hamill with world experience in Greco-Roman. And so just need him to get on the attack here as we stay head-to-head, really nothing happening. Ward backing up. And Hamill's going to hit an arm throw. Nice.
Great arm
to
throw
his
by
back.
Braden Hamill right to his back. He's going to get a couple there. I believe we should have some near fall as well, but 3, no near fall.
Braden, let him go. Coaches are telling him to let him go.
Coaches are telling him to cut. Hey, I like that. Kind of pretend you're going to cut him, and guess what? Ward didn't move, so Hamill trying to get a little cradle in here, trying to be creative. I don't know how much longer. You can see Ward just holding on to him. Hey, fresh start if you're Bayport here.
And so back to the middle we go, and Hamill's going to say, I'll start neutral. It's 6-1 Hamill. Again, must have a tech fall or a pin in this match.
And there's not a lot of time, so if you're Braden Hamill, you need to go on the attack now.
Ward just hanging on with 40 seconds to go in the second period. No action coming from the Arrowhead wrestler. Well coached. He knows that he's not the better wrestler, but he's not going to try to give himself a weird position. And Hamill needs to attack. 6-1 is your score. 25 seconds to go in the second period. And Hamill's just trying to find a position that can be to an advantage for him.
Only 15 seconds left here. If you're Braden, you got to go. You got to try to attack. You got to try to get some points. We don't want 4, Ryan. We need at least 5 here.
What is Ward doing?
Yeah,
now he gets called for stalling again. There's a point.
They're finally going to give it to him.
7-1 is your score. We end the second period. 7-1 Hamill.
Ward doing a great job just fighting this off here. If you're Bayport, you hear the crowd starting to go a little crazy here. 2 minutes left, leading 7-1. Both crowds now on their feet. Ryan, this is huge. State semifinals, chance to go to the state finals.
Hamill with the underhook. As Ward just continues to block and back up, block and back up.
That has got to be a stall here eventually again, I would imagine, and there it is.
There it is, out of bounds. He'll go on a stall call. So that's a point again. So 8-1 is your score. If he gets called for another one, that'll be 2 points. And then if he gets called another time, that's
what you don't want to have happen is to just lose time here in a sprawl position like Braden is, but he's got him. He's going to his back. Great takedown there. That makes it 11-1 Braden Hamill.
Coaches are telling him to let him go. He needs to do this quickly. Let him go,
Let
Braden.
him go. I apologize for the yell there.
Braden's right back in as he lets him go. 11-2.
It's got to be another stalling call.
Ward just doing literally nothing.
Nothing at this point.
Not only did they go out of bounds, but they landed in their bench's lap. That's because Hamill's coming at him, and that's what he needs to do.
He does. Another 2 here would be huge. Go up 13-12. Another takedown.
11-2 is the score. 1:17 to go. Hamill needs to turn it up.
Bayport knows they need a tech fall here and a pin by Aloyas. Minute 13 left to go, folks, and Braden Hamill in on a double. Defense.
Hamill gets the takedown.
There's the 3, make it 14-2.
And Hamill's going to signal that he wants to go neutral.
2 more takedowns here from
14-3 is going to be your score. 1:04 to go.
Pirates state championship.
Hamill
Riding on the line.
And he's going to get the
takedown. That was a takedown. That
out of bounds they go.
Oh!
Referee said no takedown.
That was a takedown all
That's
day.
Unbelievable. 55 seconds to go. It's 14-3 Hamill. Just keep coming. There you go, Braden.
Hammers the double.
Braden gets the takedown, and now he's going to let him go right away. Let him go, Braden. And there's the point for Ward, and now Braden Hamill will get the takedown.
Braden Hamill gets the 3 to get the tech fall.
And Hamill turned it up
to get the 5.
Nice job by Hamill to turn it up at the end.
To Aloya Schlump.
He gets the tech fall 20-4.
Great match by Braden Hamill.
He picks up 5 points for that, and now it's 35-30.
What a match. He turned it on, got the job done. What a great day for Braden Hamill.
And so we head to 132 pounds. This will be the final match of the duel.
This is everything. Here it is. This is what we've been waiting for. It looks like Alex Ward, 17-16 on the year.
Nope, that's who just wrestled.
That was.
So this is going to be, I think, Wyatt Sandoval is who we're going to see. But I'll give you, that's who it is. Wyatt Sandoval, 16-5 on the year as a junior. And he'll be wrestling Aloya Schlump, who is a 3-time state place finisher for the Bayport Pirates.
And the Pirates with a fall here could advance to the state championship match against Kaukauna.
Sandoval did not wrestle in the postseason. No regional, no sectional for him.
And if I'm looking, Ryan, it looks like he's got a heavily bandaged right arm. Kind of the shoulder all the way down to the elbow is heavily wrapped. This is not going to be an easy match. But if you're Aloyas, you got one goal, and that's to get the fall.
So there is not a choice here. If the Bayport's going to win this duel, they must get a pin. That's simple. So Aloyas has got to turn on. He's got to turn on his horse here, get on top, work his stuff from the top like he does, and they've got to get a pin here.
I like it. Aloyas isn't going to panic. He's going to set up his shot. And there he is on a great single leg, edge of the mat. Let's see if he can return and get
Sandoval's going to try to jump out of bounds. Aloyas still has the leg, and Sandoval's going to, basically, he's going to split his legs to try to not give up the 3. And Aloyas, I'd just let him go.
Just let it go.
Start over.
You don't want to waste time if you're Aloyas.
He's going to call stalemate, and we'll go back to the middle. 1:02 to go in the first period. No points scored.
And folks, everybody is standing. The Arrowhead Warhawks fans are standing. The Bayport Pirate fans are standing. 1 minute left in the first. And Aloyas doing all of the shooting here. It's got to be a stalling call eventually. And we don't get it yet. 48 seconds left in the first.
Sandoval started the duel for Arrowhead versus Waukesha West. Got an 8-2 decision, a win against Waukesha West. Again, Sandoval did not wrestle in the postseason. It could have been the injury. I'm not sure about that. Don't know their team well enough, even though Their head coach is a good friend of mine. I don't know that team well enough to know Sandoval's story. So Aloyas still pressuring as Sandoval's backing, and we're going to get a stall call on Arrowhead, and that's a great call. Sandoval has not made a move forward in this entire match so far.
Still a little surprising.
So
Aloyas
23
not
seconds
turning
to
it
go.
on yet.
And Aloyas Schlumpf will tie up here. 15 seconds to go. We're 0-0, my friends.
Surprising 0-0 here if you're listening at home.
Out of bounds they'll go. Arrowhead screaming for a stalling call on Aloyas. That's when he's being the aggressor. I don't see that, and we'll finish out the first period. No points scored, so it is Bayport's choice. Bayport will defer. Sandoval, if he's smart, he does not choose down, and he won't. He'll go neutral.
And if you're Aloyas, you got to give it everything here. You need to try to get a little takedown, start working some of your offensive moves, because you know Sandoval's not going to be on the attack here. He doesn't need to do anything besides not get tech-falled, not get pinned, and he's doing a great job of that. Aloyas needs to change his luck here.
We just need to get Aloyas on top, is what it boils down to. Sandoval still backing up here as Aloyas puts pressure forward. Out of bounds they'll go. That's going to be a...
That's got to be a
How do we
warning.
not get a stalling
I don't
call
know
on
how
that?
that's not a stalling.
It's okay. There is a stalling warning on Arrowhead. Just, he's not engaging is what it boils down to. He knows who he's wrestling. He's not a dumb guy. He's got it. He knows that he's got a 3-time state place finisher on the other side of him.
Aloyas set something up here, but good defense.
Aloyas taking a couple shots, just not able to connect. And Sandoval just really wants to frustrate him. That's all he's got to do, just frustrate him. But what we need is we got to get Aloyas to get a takedown, get on top, because that's where his power comes. He is a great top wrestler. And Sandoval continues to back up.
Just backing out nonstop here.
And he takes a diving shot at Aloyas with really nothing there. And he's just going to circle out to go out of bounds.
Aloyas just needs to try to get out. He needs to start getting on the attack. You can see the coach is saying, you need to get that motor going, baby. Let's get it going a little bit.
46 seconds to go in the second period. It's still 0-0, my friends. Again, 35-30 is the Arrowhead lead right now. This is the last match. We must, without a doubt, we must get a pin in this match. There's another stalling warning called on Sandoval. That's a second one, so it's 1-0 now, Schlumpf.
And Aloyas just needs to attack. If we're not going to be able to wrestle, if we're going to have some fishing going on, you need to be on the attack and pile on those stalling penalties.
Well, just get mad, and that's what it boils down to. Wrestle angry if that's the case. Go get them. Sandoval continuing to back up. It's Aloyas pressure forward. And out of bounds they'll go. Sandoval's going to get called again, and he has to. That's his third stalling warning. It's now 2-0 Aloyas.
And if you're Aloyas, you keep going after him. Get more stalling penalties if that's what you need.
13 seconds. And a nice shot by Aloyas. He's got the outside single, got it high in the air, 5 seconds to go. He's going to score, and he'll get the takedown. 5-0 is the lead as we finish the second period.
And Aloyas has got to take top.
Aloyas has got to take top.
He's got to take the top.
Got to go top, coaches.
He's got to take top, and it looks like that's what he is going to do.
That's what we're going to do.
And this is what it comes down to, fellas. We got 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes of action left.
Anybody who has scouted Aloyas Schlumpf knows that he is a powerful wrestler from the top. And so Sandoval's got to be on the move off the whistle here. And he doesn't do that. Aloyas is going to work that arm.
How much is the official going to let Sandoval stall is the question right now, because you can see he's just straddling out here, trying not to give Aloyas any opportunity. And he's locked the leg, which we've seen the last wrestler do as well when he's on bottom, just trying to keep Aloyas. There's another.
Stalling on red.
And it'll be 2 more points for the Pirates.
2 points awarded to Aloyas, and it's his choice.
I would still choose the top if I'm Bayport.
And 1 more stalling call on Sandoval is a disqualification and 6 points for the Pirates and a win.
6 points and the win for Bayport. So now Oh, and there's Sandoval coming up right away.
I mean, the referees are not making bad calls here.
They
This
are
guy
not.
has done nothing
They
in this
haven't,
match.
and he's still not. So Aloyas is going to just have to try to keep getting out, running, working his moves.
Everybody on their feet for the
Everybody
Arrowhead
on
crowd.
their
Everybody on
feet.
their feet for the Pirate crowd.
Everybody in there. Pirates are looking for another stalling call. It might not be much longer
Aloyas
to
has
see
the
it.
arm bar and the half.
And Sandoval just peeling, turtling.
Aloyas is going to keep the arm bar. Nothing happening from the bottom guy at all.
Nothing. I mean, nothing. It's nothing. Coach is going to have to tell him. Your buddy's going to have to tell him he's got to move, or he's going to get called again. And it's getting close as the official's telling him, you got to move on bottom.
45 seconds is
And
Aloyas going to run a half.
Run it over.
He's got him on his back.
Oh, my God.
The referee's going to stop that as the arm slipped up. And Coach Farrell's going to come out and say, we need injury time.
I would not go both up if I'm Aloyas. I would continue working from the top because I don't know, Ryan. If you go both up here, you might get another stalling call.
Team scores 35-30. This is the last weight. We started at 138. We're at 132. Bayport is down 5 points. It is 9-0 individual. So a 5 points would mean that Aloyas would have to win by 15 to get a tech fall to tie things. A pin would make it a Bayport win by 1 on the team side. And the Arrowhead wrestler has been given the maximum allotted stalling calls. A next stalling in 38 seconds would also be a DQ and a win.
Thank you for that recap, Mr. Learman.
Nice
You
job,
are
Griff.
spot on, baby. Wrestling is going to end up being his favorite sport, ladies and gentlemen.
And as the injury time continues, Kaukauna just finished up 40-22 against Holman. They put out some freshmen at the end to let Holman win a few matches at the end. But Kaukauna absolutely dominant in their semifinal. They are off to the state finals.
And they are going to go to neutral here. Surprising decision.
9-1 is your score. 38 seconds to go. Bayport is up, but they must get a pin in this match.
Or we get a stalling here. As the Kaukauna match is over, they're starting to watch. Who are they going to face in the championship? And in Aloyas, he's just got to work forward.
Aloyas back Sandoval
no
off the
stalling
mat.
there.
28 seconds
close.
to go.
You can tell he's just trying to hold up. I don't know if the official's actually going to give this call. And there's another shot by Aloyas. You can't take too much time.
Got to keep coming.
He's got 20 seconds left. 20 seconds left for the chance to go to state. And that has got to be a stalling. No!
15
they did not
seconds.
call the
Sandoval
stalling.
backed out. The referee is going to be really careful about that. As Sandoval continues to back up. He takes a bad shot.
And that's
And here's the problem is
there's
we did not get a tech fall here, and Arrowhead's going to get the loss says 12-1, means we're only getting a 4-point decision. Bayport will lose this match by 1 point.
To 34.
And congratulations to Arrowhead as they got a 12-1 loss. And that's how we're going to finish this up tonight with Aloyas getting a 12-1 win, and he'll finish out his junior year with a big win. But that means that the major decision is not enough for Bayport, and they will lose this duel by 1 point, my friends. 35-34. Arrowhead will advance to the final against Kaukauna.
Tonight's broadcast of Bayport Pirate Wrestling from the state tournament proudly supported by Reds Excavating, by Bayport Booster Club, North Star Dental Group, by Parker John's Barbecue and Pizza, the Clubhouse Indoor Golf, Campus Ace Hardware, AD Images, by Gallagher's Pizza, Mako's Floor Covering Center, Northeast Wisconsin Technical College, by Myron Construction, Chrysler World, by Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Specialists, and Doozy Sports Club, by Budget Blinds of Howard and Crivets, Town Line Pub and Grill, Bell and Health, Titletown Sports Medicine Orthopedics, by Zesty's Frozen Custard and Grill, the finest frozen custard in town, and by members of the NAW Sports Radio Broadcasters Club.
And so Arrowhead starts this match out quickly 17-0 as then the Pirates start storming back as we head into basically the strength of our lineup at Ethan Farley, Cole Bartline, Tucker Athey. Get this match back to 17-13, and then Devlin loses a tough decision to make it 20-13. Weinberg loses a tough tech fall. 25-13 is the score at that point. Alex Warden gets a pin to make it 25-19. And then we go down to 106 where Oliver Shevchuk loses a major decision. Instead of giving up a tech fall or a pin, loses a major decision to a state qualifier, 29-19. And then Riley Holowinski gets pinned to make it 35-19 by the Zahn Beal, third place finisher at state. Then Owen Waukee comes out to get a quick pin, 35-25. Aloyas Schlump gets a tech fall, make it 35-30. And then, Braden Hamill comes out to get the tech fall, make it 35-30. Aloyas Schlump needed to at least get a tech fall or a pin. He finishes up with a major decision, and the Warhawks beat the Pirates 35-34. And the Warhawks will advance to the final against Kaukauna tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Congratulations to the Warhawks on a job well done. And congratulations to the Pirates on an excellent season as they make the state semifinals and come just so very close to being in the finals here. Congratulations, Bayport. Chris, Brian, that's a tough way to finish the night.
Yeah.
And it's been an honor, guys. It's been a great season for the Bayport Pirates. I'd love to see them in the finals tomorrow night, but that is not to be true. And Arrowhead will advance to take on the juggernaut, Kaukauna. And that match will be tomorrow at 3 o'clock, championship Saturday here at the Fieldhouse. Chris, finish us up.
Guys, I appreciate the coverage again this year. I think for the wrestling at home, I think we cover wrestling as well or better than anybody can with everything. And I appreciate your guys' time and effort through that. And to make it possible when we have our home coverage for video, obviously. Nice to be able to bring it to people with state TV contracts. We can't do video at state, but I appreciate you guys bring a couple matches here tonight and do what we do here on the mat.
It's an honor. Great to be with you guys.
Great year. Wish we could have got that tight one. You know, towards the end, it was a lot of stalling, a lot of fishing. Calls could have went either way, but Bayport put themselves in that position early. Nothing you can do. Great job to Arrowhead. Guys, it's been a blast all year. Can't wait to do it again.
And let me just say this as we finish it up, Chris. You can't rely on a referee to call a stalling call to win a match. You just got to go beat the guy.
You got to go.
And so, Aloyas did beat the guy. He beat him 12-1. But at the end of the day, you got to go get that pin. And so, no cut on Aloyas. He wrestled an excellent match. The referee did not give us that stalling call, and so we'll finish it up with a 35-34 loss.
Now, just curious, do you still have up your match information as I can carry on a little longer? Yeah. I don't know if this isn't the most up to date. I don't know when criteria did update. Criteria number 1 would have been penalty on the team flagrants or unsportsmanlike.
So none of those.
There was penalties on the head coach, misconducts.
None of those.
Opposing wrestlers penalized greater number of match unsportsmanlikes. None of those.
None of those, yep.
So then criteria D would be team having one of the greater number of matches. Was it 7-7 or was it 8-6?
So we won 1, 2, 3. Sorry. Just give me 1 second here, folks. I'll let you know. So we won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matches.
Okay, so they went 7-7. Criteria E accumulated the greatest number of falls or pins, which would have been advantage Arrowhead. So they would have won on criteria as well.
Yep, they would have.
They would have had 3 pins to our 2. Yep.
All right, just to check that.
Yeah, thanks, Chris.
That's worth checking.
Chris. It is.
That's worth checking. As
worth checking.
Coach Farrell's wife standing in front of us going, I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. Holly Farrell, we love you. So thank you guys. What a great match that was. It's just a great match for Arrowhead. Congratulations to them. And Bayport, we were right there. We're going to come back and get it again.
And we kind of called it. We said this is going to be a tight match. Every point's going to matter. So looking back across those matches, there were opportunities if you're Bayport. It's an individual sport, but there is some times where you got to wrestle for your team. In those last 2 matches, Arrowhead did their job. The 2 kids did their job, and that's the difference in today's meet.
So we'll wrap up the winter season tomorrow. Girls ice hockey, 3 p.m. puck drop, 2:50 pregame from Bob Suter's Capital Ice Arena in Middleton. That'll wrap up the Bayport winter sports activity scene as boys basketball fell tonight in their regional semifinal at Oshkosh North.
Good luck, Ice Bears.
For Brian LeClaire and Ryan Walnuts, I'm Chris Learman. Appreciate you tuning in all winter long. Howard Swamico, have yourself a wonderful evening. Enjoy your weekend. You've been listening to Bayport Pirate Wrestling from the WIAA